What's going on, everybody? Welcome to On the One. I'm your host, Justin Young, and tonight we've got a special one for you. We're joined live in the studio by a legendary guest. And we've got live performances coming your way. And don't miss this. We've got top 5 things to do in Las Vegas for under $50. So whether you're here for the music, the conversation, or the Vegas vibes, you are definitely in the right place. I'm going to go out to the chats in a little bit during the show and introduce you to our VIP guests, because without our VIPs, the show would not be. So sit back, lock in, and let's get it right here on the One. So as an entertainer and musician, I wanted this show to be an invitation from me to you to be part of my space right here at Justintime Recording Studios in Las Vegas. It's a place where we can get together every Wednesday. I call it the weekly reset. Every Wednesday, we can chat, listen to some great music, and hear some great stories from our guests, and also hear about the latest happenings in Las Vegas, because we all know there's always something going on in Las Vegas. So let's get the show started with a little music. I'm going to leave you on the cliff with our legendary special guest. He's going to be out here for the show right after this first song. And for this first song, I'm taking it back to my On the Way album with a song I co-wrote with the legendary gospel producer Noel Hall. This is my song, JY Funky. All right, that's my song, JY Funky, right there from my On the Way album. If you haven't checked those albums out, you join my website at justinyoungsax.com. I'm currently working on album number 8. I can't believe it. Album number 8 is here already. And so that's the song, JY Funky. All right, so tonight we got a special show. We're going to be bringing you a voice, a sound that has helped shape an entire era of music. I'm talking about a time when R&B, soul, and dance music all came together and created something timeless, something that still moves people to this day. Our guest on the one is not just a singer, he's a pioneer, a hit maker, a voice you instantly recognize the second it hits your ears. You've heard him on classics like You're the One for Me and Keep On, records that didn't just climb the charts, they became the soundtrack to people's lives. From clubs to radio, from then all the way to right now. And what I love most about this artist is that his music didn't just stay in one lane. He has crossed generations, crossed cultures, and continues to inspire artists today. So whether you've been rocking with him since day one or you're just discovering this sound, trust me, you're in for something special tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on the One family, welcome D-Train to the show. What's up, D-Train?
How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Hey, it's good to be here with you. People don't know you, my little brother. We just got different parents.
That's right. That's the truth. That's the truth. So congratulations, D-Train, on the brand new album.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I got a chance to listen to it, and I am floored by it. Everyone out there needs to grab it. So tell us about your inspiration for this new album, because a lot of us, we know your hits.
Sure. D-Train, the other side of the tracks. I decided to go on the other side of the tracks because what happens is we live in a society that tries to pigeonhole you into one form of music. And I've worked with everybody in this business, from Michael Jackson to Cher, Bette Midler, Luther Vandross, and Sting. So when you work with these people and you sing backgrounds with them, plus I worked with brilliant songwriters in the music industry like Mark Cohen, who had Walking in Memphis, who decided to lend me one of his beautiful songs called Chains on this album. So it's just been great. Chris Palmero, who's a brilliant jingle writer and songwriter. Billy Seidman out of New York, another guy. So, it's wonderful to collaborate with new people on this album because I said to myself, I'm not going to do it all by myself, even though I had the majority for publishing purposes. But I said, you know what, let me venture outside. And what happens is this album is a collection of R&B, pop, country, Marvin Gaye. The lead-off single, Time Has Come Today, is a tribute to Marvin Gaye and how he's affected my life. Because we live in a society now where the world feels like it's turned upside down and nobody's asking questions. Marvin wrote the song, What's Going On?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? He asked the question. He challenged the establishment. Everybody's afraid these days to do that. And so I have songs on my album, one song that was written by a former slave.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It's called... Wow. Okay. I get emotional.
Don't worry.
I get emotional.
When the lights hit you on the one, I know it's crazy.
I know, right? No, but it's Calling for Mercy is the name of the song. I was writing a ballad, and the spirit of the slave came into the room in the studio and said to me, don't write a ballad, write about me. And he interjected, and he said, just write down everything I tell you to write down. And I wrote down his whole journey from being taken through the door of no return in the tropics into his plant being sold on the auction block in New Orleans in the French Quarter to the plantation that they had him in the South, in Virginia. And, how his wife was gang raped the third night that they were in there. It was just some heavy stuff he was dropping on me. And then he was transported at the end of slavery to 7th Avenue and 42nd Street. And he didn't understand the dynamic of today's culture. he didn't understand how black women had long hair like white women, and white women had big booties like black women. And so everybody had switched cultures, and he didn't know how and why. And so he started asking God for understanding, and it's a great song. And I'm gonna do a video on it. It's gonna be deep.
Yeah,
My daughter, my oldest daughter, is a Delta. She graduated from St. John's University, and she's a vice principal of a school, Lindsay. And so she's studying for a PhD now. So proud of her. I'm proud of all my kids. They all doing their thing in different areas. And when I got 5 kids, 5 grandkids, so I'm broke at Christmas. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't ask DJ for money at Christmas.
Don't ask me for money at Christmas. Because January, I'm standing on the corner with a pot in my hand. Can you help a brother out?
So D-Train, what made you want to be a singer? Because I know some of the backstory. You had been working in and around Luther Vandross in New York and doing jingles just like Luther was. Tell us, what made you want to be a singer?
I was 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I had to sing a song in church. My mama raised us in church, and we had to be there every Friday and every Sunday. And Sunday, you were there all day. I'm telling you, people can't sit in church for an hour now. We had to sit there from 9 a.m. to Sunday school to 11 a.m. Monday morning service till 3 o'clock when you got out. Morning service lasted from 11 to 3. Then you get out, you go home and you eat some food. You got to be back in there by 6 for the young people's service. I'm telling you, this 7 o'clock was testimony service. I had enough Jesus, Mama. I was like, Mama, Jesus ain't coming back in there. Please let me go home.
Wow.
But I was raised like that, and it gave me a foundation. So 6 years old, I started singing in the choir at Washington Temple Church of God in Christ in Brooklyn, New York. And I stayed there till I was like 17, 18 years old when I started playing football. But my early inspirations came from Ronnie Dyson, who had the hit record, If You Let Me Make Love to You, Then Why Can't I Touch You? He was my choir director.
Wow.
And Al Sharpton, who you see on, MSNBC now, was my junior church minister.
Oh, my goodness.
Every Friday night. So, I got a rich history in the gospel business. And, what it did was it gave me a line that I didn't cross, in this business. And my line was, if I can't sing it in front of my mother, then I ain't singing it at all. So when we wrote our songs for D-Train, many inspirations came after that growing up. I love DJ Rogers, who had the hit record Say You Love Me. And, we had the Moments, the Crown Heights Affair.
Oh, wow.
Steve Arrington and Slave, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the people that got me through football camp. And so I told Kool to his face, too. I said, man, traveling on that bus up to Connecticut, going to football camp, you was on my radio, because back then you walked around with a boom box, with a tape recorder on the side, and you just held it up to your head, and you blasted it. You made sure everybody heard it.
Wow.
Analog was king, and you couldn't wait to get into the studio, the 2-inch tape.
Wow.
But the whole horrible part about that is if you messed up and made a mistake, wasn't no, we're going to just go back and do it again. No,
right.
You had to cut the tape,
learn
how to splice it and everything else. So, I learned how to reconnect cassette tapes. And I mean, that was a task. You had to take the whole cassette apart to edit those things. I was like, oh, now this stuff is easy. This stuff, all you got to do is click a button on a computer and you're good. But, I have a lot of influences because, see, I was a black kid growing up in Brooklyn in Bedford-Stuyvesant. And in my neighborhood, all you heard was Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Johnny Taylor.
Oh, wow.
People like that, Wilson Pickett, and the Jackson 5. And they influenced me heavily when I saw them on Ed Sullivan's show. That's what made me start studying guitar. I saw Jermaine on television in Tito, and I grabbed a broom. And my dad said, do you really want to do this? I said, yes, sir. So he went to Flatbush Avenue and bought me my first guitar. I studied guitar. I started studying jazz guitar till like the age of like 15.
Wow.
And then my teacher realized he ain't reading the music. He just playing what he feel. So we started having jam sessions for about an hour, you know.
That's beautiful, man.
But the beautiful thing about it was, in my neighborhood, you heard all soul artists.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad took me to the Apollo Theater on Saturday nights. But my mom had us bust into the white neighborhoods in Brooklyn for our education in the late 60s and early 70s when it wasn't popular. You know, because you had to be out of the neighborhood by 3 o'clock because it was all Italian and a lot of the people out there were mobsters.
Oh, boy.
So it was 2 lines getting on that bus, 3 o'clock, you had to be out of the neighborhood because the capos were coming home. But I stayed in that system from the 1st grade all the way up until the 9th grade, graduating junior high school. And going into that structure of school and going into that neighborhood, I learned about Carly Simon. And I heard her sing Too Late. I learned about James Taylor. You know, I learned about Todd Rundgren, who became my favorite.
Wow.
Because he played all of his own instruments.
Yeah.
You know, and Bette Midler, you know, Do You Want to Dance and all of that stuff. So those are my favorites when I was growing up out there. And Bread, you know, the group Bread.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Cream and all of that. So I had the best of both worlds musically coming up. So my whole thing was not one-sided. It wasn't all soul.
Sure.
So after getting out of church and getting into the record business, Hubert was smart enough to know this guy got a little bit more in him than just R&B and just dance. So all of our albums, we did a little bit of hip-hop. On every album, I kind of rapped. And I came up with this rap singing thing.
Cool.
I couldn't really rap, but wasn't trying to compete with LL Cool J.
Sure.
Frozen J. I said, no, I'm going to do my thing. So that's how I came up with lines like sky is the limit and you know that you just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit and you know that you can have what you want, be who you are.
Ooh.
And then, you know, like on You're the One for Me, with the love I have inside of me, we can turn this world around. We can live through all eternity, and we never touch the ground.
Yeah.
We'll take a chance to ride Pawn Star to a place that's far away. The light of love will shine on us forever and a day. Try singing that for 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're going to call your doctor. He's going to have to give you a lung respirator. They're going to put a mask on you and say, I can't breathe. I'm not going to lie to you. When I did shows, I had a drummer quit at the end of the gig. Said, man, slow down. It's going too late. I swear to God, Spider Williams, who used to play for Motown, at the end of the gig, he quit. He said, D-Train, here's your uniform back. I ain't doing this no more. Nah, I'm good. But you know what's wonderful is that it's 2026. And the first song, when I recorded these songs, it was November of 1981.
Oh.
I was 19 years old, and getting into the industry was wonderful. On an independent label up there on 57th Street, little small label called Prelude, but it was a big label in some terms because it had Franz Jolie, it had Unlimited Touch.
Wow.
And they were the biggest label in the dance community. They were known for producing big dance hits and getting to be number 1 on the charts. And so when I signed with the label, You're the One for Me went to number 1 in January of 1982. And I'm 19 years old. I'm like, cool.
Man, what a blessing, man.
You know, Frankie Crocker fell in love with it. And then we came out with Keep On. That one shot up to the top 10, went to number 2. Then after that, we had Walk On By, which made it into the top 20. And the first album was off to the races. Then we came up with the second album, which didn't do good in America. It did not. We had an album called Music. Mm-hmm. But what they did was Music wound up being a huge hit in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And so I wound up going over to London doing Top of the Pops 4 times.
4 times.
The
wow.
first time I did it, Sting and the Police were doing Synchronicity.
Oh.
And Elton John was sitting in the green room. Okay. First time I went over there in 82. And it was fun. And, you know, I did it years later because 3 years after You're the One for Me came out, Paul Hardcastle was an up-and-coming producer. And this is before 19,
Yeah.
so he did a remake of You're the One for Me.
Wow.
Shot me up to the top 10 again 3 years later with the same song.
And then you're going out to the mailbox to get those royalty checks.
Oh, hallelujahs. Hallelujahs.
That is incredible. So take me back to how you met Hubert,
Yeah.
one of your producers, because you started singing at 6, fell in love with the guitar, always with music, and then how did you meet Hubert performing somewhere, or how did that connection happen?
Yeah, that connection came through Will Downing.
Oh, wow.
Will and I went to high school together. I met Will when I was 16 years old, and I was a football player. And Will was captain of the bowling team.
Oh, wow.
That boring sport. But anyway, I digress, Will. But,
Will's going to be calling you.
oh, he's going to be calling me, right? But, you know, we became fast friends because Erasmus was a huge school and had great alumni. Barbara Streisand graduated from there.
Wow.
Gabe Kaplan from Welcome Back, Kotter, he graduated from. Neil Diamond
Oh, my goodness.
graduated from Erasmus. And we had so many alumni that graduated from there. What's his name? He's the actor that is in, I can't think of his name right now. He was in The Matrix. He was in the second Matrix, he was the one that drove the ships.
Wow.
And, you know, we used to hang out in high school, all of us together. We sang in the choral club together. That's how I met Will at 16.
Wow.
So when I got into Brooklyn College, after I graduated from Erasmus, Will was still in Erasmus, and he was writing for a lot of different people, trying to get on Melba Moore's radar and Freddie
Oh,
Jackson. And so he was in the studio doing his demo reel. And he had a song called A Real Deal. And he said, D, can you come in and sing backgrounds? I said, sure. So we was at Sound Lab Studios on 14th Street and Avenue Z. And I went out there on the train, got there, and I'm singing there on a Saturday afternoon. I'm like, okay, cool. So he said, can you do some step out leads? I said, yeah. He said, okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to do some step outs. And as I'm sitting there waiting for it to start, this guy walks in the studio, and it was Hubert.
Wow.
And Will was like, he came into the room where I was at. He was like, yo, D, this dude is a big producer. He works with Mtume. And he's in the band Mtume. I said, is that supposed to mean something to me? He said, they produce Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. I said, oh, okay. So we sat down, and I started singing my step outs. Hubert was eating Chinese food. So I started going, he put the Chinese food down. He was like, wait, what? Yeah. What? Wait a minute. So Hubert is like Joe Smooth. You know, he was only 30 years old. So he was like, yo, you know, he told Will, he said, get his number. I want to call him tomorrow, and I want him at my house. So Will gave me his number. And I couldn't make it the next day because the next day was church. But Monday, I went over to Hubert's house, and he had a track playing on a 1/4-inch tape. And it was You're the One for Me. And it was and he said, I only got a hook, man. I said, well, what's the hook? He said, I'll stand up on the cloud, shout out loud, you're the one for me. That's all I got, man. So I said, keep playing it.
Right.
So he kept rewinding the reel and playing it back. I said, give me a pad, man. Give me a pen. And I started writing, with this the love I found, takes my feet up off the ground to fly away.
Wow. Those lyrics just came out, flowed out?
Just came out.
No
and
way.
We wrote You're the One for Me in about an hour.
Wow.
And the song went to #1. And we never looked back because that's when we knew we had chemistry.
Oh, without a doubt.
By our third album, after the sub kind of failure of music, Something's on Your Mind had several hits. Something's on Your Mind crossed over to the pop charts, and we made it to #5 in Billboard.
Whoa.
So, you know, now we're legitimate. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We got a couple of hits in Prelude, and then when we went to our last album on Prelude, We had I Got Your Number and Something's on Your Mind, and a ballad
Wow.
that was called You're the Reason. And You're the Reason became the theme song of many weddings of NFL football players in New York, including the legendary Hall of Famer Harry Carson,
Oh my
who
goodness.
played it at his wedding for his wife, and that's what they danced to. And he told me when I met him at Will's gig years later in New Jersey at NJ Pack. So it's been a wonderful career. And I mean, 40 plus years of doing this thing around the world. I realize over here, what happens is Europeans are more loyal than Americans. America is what have you done for me lately? So I started going in the late 80s, like 88, to Europe, to France. I started out in Paris, France, because they appreciated my music. I wasn't making much money, but I was going over there to set up my name and my legacy.
Sure.
And I didn't know it was going to last 35, 40 more years, but I got 40 more years out of it, and I still go. I'm leaving to go over there in June of this year to London to do a festival. August, I'll be in Paris. So,
Man,
for
you're
about a
so
month.
blessed, man.
And then in December, I'll be in Sydney, Australia, and Brisbane, Australia. So the music has traveled throughout the world. And the great thing now in 2026, these two young ladies in Detroit, Michigan, your hometown, they call
Detroit.
themselves the Detroit Two-Steppers.
Oh, yeah.
They came up with the D-Train Hustle.
Oh, wow.
So they train people in their dance studio, charging each one $30. I'm like, come on, girls. Y'all got to cut a brother in for some dough. What's up with that? Y'all people from Detroit just be playing games.
Tell them you need to go to City Slickers to get those new snakeskin boots.
That's right. So they came up with the D-Train Hustle, and now it is trending. Over 5 million people
Unbelievable.
have learned to dance. It is trending in Taiwan and Japan, as well as Europe and all over America.
Wow.
And it's really strange because my ballads from the album, when you go to places like South Africa
Yeah.
or Zimbabwe, You're the One for me isn't even really that known, or Walk On By or Keep On. It's all about my hits on Columbia Records,
Wow.
which was Miracles of the Heart and The Shadow of Your Smile, which we looked at as B-sides. They wound up being #1 hits in South Africa and places like that. So I'm like, well, maybe I need to get on a plane. I'm like, I'd love to go over there, man. If they can make it happen. I've never been to the motherland. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
So I'm just glad. Vegas is a wonderful place for me to live because I've made great friends and brothers like you and,
Yeah.
so many others. Rick Camp, who's
Yeah.
with the Zap Band, Elisa Fiorello and her husband Carlos, and so many others, Shalimar lives out here,
Love it,
So
man.
I'm just grateful to be alive and be able to still contribute to what we call music.
Well, not just that. You're like not just surviving D-Train. You're touring still,
Yeah.
and you're thriving. Like, man, bro, your voice still sounds incredible, man.
Oh,
and
thank
and
you,
you
man.
look great, bro. What's your skincare routine, man?
Well,
you look
know
great.
what? I studied the Chronicles of Riddick, and I'm a necromonger. Yeah, baby. No, you know what it is? I do the best to take care of myself, Just.
Yeah.
I love life, and, I'm a little vain, Yeah, I'm a little vain. But I make sure I got the right creams for my face, and, I am like, ever since I was a teenager, my daddy always taught me, if you smell good. Now, son, you can look ugly, but if you smell good, you might get lucky. Okay, Dad, I'm going to make sure I smell good. And I am a freak for smelling good, I got thousands
man.
of colognes and, I love it. And, I get it from around the world. Like when I'm in France, I buy colognes that they don't even have here in America. And you can't get them on Amazon because they just don't have them in America.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah, man.
amazing. So, everyone should go out right now and follow D-Train on Instagram.
Yes.
D-Train, tell us your Instagram handle real
My
quick, man.
D-Train is D-Train the Official on Instagram.
And we've got some people in the chat right now, D-Train.
All right.
And Rita Pardue, who she's a wonderful, amazing radio show host for 91.5 KVRU, KUNV right here in Las Vegas. She has a question for you, which I'm going to take her question and tell you what it is.
Okay.
What advice do you have for up-and-coming young artists since the entertainment industry is so competitive?
Oh, that's easy. Learn your craft. That's simple. One thing, learn your craft. Study your history, because you never know where you're going unless you know where you come from.
Wow.
You know, what happens is whatever genre you choose, be it pop, R&B, blues, go backwards to go forward. You know, that's what Bruno Mars does, and people don't even realize what he's doing. But Bruno started as a young kid studying Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah.
And he started out with his history. So it's no surprise he's a hit artist today, because he has all that history underneath him, and he studied his craft. That's why I worked with Bruno at the Kennedy Center honors at the White House, where he was honoring Sting.
Oh, yeah.
And he walks in the room, picks up and asks the bass player, "Can I use your bass for a second? I just want to break down on this part right here." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he plays the bass, he plays the guitar, he plays the keyboards, he plays the drums, and he can sing his face off. And he sang Roxanne almost an octave higher than Sting. And I'm sitting there going, can he go any higher? Because it was amazing. But he's an anomaly, because so many people are sampling. And what happens is, when you look at R&B singers today, even pop singers, so many of them want to be Adele. Adele is pure. You know, Barbra Streisand, pure. You know, Sam, I forgot his last name.
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith, pure, because Sam Smith comes from George Michael.
Oh, yeah.
You know, George Michael comes from Elton John. So you could trace the lineage. All you have to do is look at the lineage going backwards. Elton John. You know, Elton John comes from the Beatles. You know, they sang the notes. And Luther taught me nothing else from working with him in the studio. He said, D-Train, it's the silence between the notes that makes the song.
Wow.
And my first lady of my church, when I was younger, I used to try to sing like Stevie Wonder in the choir.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, amazing grace, woo, oh, sweet. And she pulled me to the side just after church. She said, son, baby, come on over here. Let me talk to you. I said, oh, shoot. I'm in trouble. She said, you know, I love your voice. But when you sing like that, I don't understand the words you're saying. Learn how to let the Lord sing for you and get rid of your ego.
Wow.
And when she said that to me, I said, oh, she said, get out of self. I said, what is self? She said, your ego. I said, what is my ego? She said, easing God out.
Oh.
Your ego eases God out. And it's about how many notes can I hit to impress people, instead of how can I sing this song to penetrate souls.
Right.
So as I've gotten older, you know, when I was younger, it was about my destiny. It was about, I want to be the baddest kid on the block. Because our competition, you know, back in the day, our competition was Mars Day and the Time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and those guys. You know, Atlantic Star, Midnight Star, Parliament Funkadelic, the Barcades. You had to get on stage and be better than all of them. Frankie Beverly and Mays. You didn't want to just show up. You had to show out and show up. Or you didn't get invited back to the party. And it was the Miller Sound Express. It was a truck that was a stage that traveled across America. We didn't have private jets. We traveled on tour buses with 8 beds in them. That's right. And it wasn't the most comfortable ride, because they were bunk beds going all the way through the back of the bus.
Wow.
So you prayed to God that the bus driver didn't make a sharp turn, because you be rolling out the bed, hitting the floor, dude. You better hold on to the side of that bunk, you know.
That's wild.
But it was great, man. You learned a lot. I mean, it was nothing for us to ride through. And at truck stops, we would run into Journey. You know, and I'd see Steve Perry and them guys coming out of the hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. We'd run into Ozzy Osbourne at a truck stop with his band.
Wow.
You know, everybody just ran into each other because back then it was tour buses.
That's right.
Now it's all the kids is on private jets.
Right.
You know, everything has changed. But I definitely would say I went all the way around the world. So tell her I'm sorry. But just learn your craft. Go backwards to come forward.
That's beautiful advice.
Yeah.
Beautiful advice, D. So, you know what? This makes more sense because when I see you on social media, I'm like, oh, man, D's back in the UK. D-Train's back in England. So now it all makes sense that you love London. Like, those people, they love you.
Well, you know what it is? I've worked with everybody over there. You know, I used to do the London Against Apartheid back in, it was 1985. We did London Against Apartheid, which was a 3-day festival featuring Stanley Clarke, George Duke. They did the first day, and the second day, I performed opening up for Third World, and then Shaka Khan was the headliner.
Oh, wow.
Boy George came to the concert with Marilyn, who was his wife at the time. And that was the first time I saw a man in a wedding dress. I was like, oh, okay, times are changing. Well, George, I said, can I have a picture? I didn't know what to say. I was like, can I get a picture with you and Marilyn, please?
Right.
I want my mother to see this.
Oh, man.
And I still got the picture of me and Boy George.
That's
I was
incredible.
like, you know, but it's been a wonderful journey. And now it's about securing my legacy.
Yeah.
Because at 64 years old, I'm still creating. This new album is something that I want people to listen to. See, so many times we hear music and it goes in one ear and it comes out the next. When you listen,
right,
you hear the lyrics, you get the understanding. And if you get nothing else from music, we want you to get understanding. We don't want you to only know the melody, and we want you to know the reason behind the melody, the reason behind the words, because somebody out there is going through something.
Without a doubt.
Everybody's going through something different, and not everybody's happy, not everybody's sad. And it goes beyond demographics of what race, color, creed you are, how rich or poor you are, because we all get the same 24 hours. Everybody in terms of riches get the same 24 hours. I get the same 24 hours as Elon Musk, Oprah, and Tyler Perry.
That's the truth.
So it's what I do with those 24 hours that makes a difference in my life. And if I can touch 24 people or one person in those 24 hours with my life, and the light that I shine through my music and my life, I'm good.
Wow. I'm
not worried about going to heaven. I ain't worried about dying. See, because everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die.
Right.
To get there. You know, it's like, I want to go to heaven. Yeah, well, okay, there's a process, dude. You got to lay down and close your eyes. You can't go there woke.
I hear you.
Yeah,
wow.
man.
Well, man, I've listened to your latest album, D-Train, and I can't wait for other people to continue to listen to it because it is eclectic. Like you have put some amazing songs on this album.
Oh, thank you, man. I mean, this album came about, and I could share this with the world. 2016, I was given the diagnosis for prostate cancer. They told me to get my affairs in order and that I was getting ready to check out of here. And I sat down in my studio and I told God no.
Right.
I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my grandkids. If I got to go, let me see them graduate from college. Then I'll check out. You could punch my ticket then. Once they get out of college, okay, it's a downhill slope from there anyway because I'll be in my 80s. So, yeah, okay, cool. But up until that point, I said I'm going to fight the fight and I'm going to win the battle. And every day I get up with a purpose because, see, so many people wake up and they don't have no purpose. They don't know. They have the what, but they don't have the why.
Yeah.
And once you find out your why, then the what makes sense. That's why I wrote the second song on the album, when the answer to the question is why. What is the answer to the question? Because so many times we seek solutions to things that we don't understand, but all God is saying is take your hands off of it. It's not your problem. That's why you get the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Wisdom to know the difference encourages that you need to take your hands off and learn the lesson. Because once you learn the lesson, you don't repeat it.
Right.
And that goes as far as relationships, saving money, making investments, where you live, and how you live. Because every day when you open your eyes and your intention says, I'm going to live this life to the fullest, and by the day's end, I'm going to leave it all on the floor.
That's it, man.
It's just like when you go on stage, Justin, I've worked with you, and you leave it all on the floor. There ain't nothing left when you finish but smoke, and that's it. There's only smoke when Justin's done. And that's what I love about you, your ferocity, and the people get it.
Yeah,
and if you can't get it, then you must be done checked up out of here. But I'm saying there's so much to, we always think we got eternity on this earth. And I've seen people check out in the past year that were in their 50s, that were in their 20s, 30s. God don't have a specific time to punch your ticket.
That's the truth.
And our Father has a crazy sense of humor. And I say that it means, not everybody dies of chronic diseases like cancer and this and that. Some people go in accidents.
Right.
Some people's plane crashes. So that's why you have to live every single day with the fullness and acceptance of all I got right now is 24 hours. That's it. Not a minute more, not a minute less. I got 24 hours to do and be the best that I can be. Now, what can I do in these 24 hours? And the best thing you can do, number one, rise early.
Right.
Don't get up after 9 o'clock, because now half the day is gone.
Exactly.
When you get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you got 6 hours before everybody wake up to do what needs to be done in your world as a musician and as a human being. You got time to get to the gym. You got time to take your vitamins, have breakfast, get your babies to school,
right?
Come back in here and have a session and pray. I wake up every single day. Once I make up my bed, I'm right in my studio praying. I anoint myself with holy oil from Jerusalem. I talk to my God.
Right.
And once I have my prayer and my meditation, then the rest of the day is easy, because I got the forces within me to shake off negative situations, because life gets lifey.
It does.
And it's going to hit you whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing.
Right.
It's going to hit you one way or the other. If you got prayer and supplication and meditation on your side, it makes it easier.
That is 100% true, D. And I have to tell you, man, you are always positive, man. No matter what happens, we've been on stage together and things don't go all the way right, and we're still stepping and having fun and smiling. And same thing in the studio, man. I've been blessed to have you in the studio to record with me, and man, it's a beautiful spirit you have, man. So
thank you. Yours too, man. I mean, y'all don't know, Justin is my repair man. I call up Justin when I got technical difficulties. I'm like, Justin, please come over here. I don't know which plug goes in the light socket, and it's underneath the desk. I know it looks like a bunch of cable wires, and it's a solar highway, but man, I can't do it by myself.
I hear you.
And my little brother comes, and he never tells me no. He says, I'll be there. What time you want me there? And I love him, and we're the same.
Likewise, man.
Whenever he needs me, I'm here. And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
Not everybody is like we are.
No, they're not.
But you know what? It's all good. We got each other.
That's right, man.
And when you got one person is a majority. I'm going to say it again. One person is a majority. Because the Father said, where 2 or 3 of you is gathered in my name, I'll be in the midst of you.
It's amazing because none of us can do it alone, man. It's too much.
You need help.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah, you got Irving Berlin, you know.
That's right. And same with this show. I've got Ulysses over here.
Ulysses Grant.
Man, let's put him on the camera.
Come on, Ulysses.
Say hi on the camera, Ulysses. That's my dude right there, man.
Ulysses
He's amazing.
is a major player, boy.
He is.
I'm telling you.
He is.
I looked at him, I said, it's all in the baseball cap. I'm just saying, it's all in the baseball. If y'all ain't seen the baseball cap, you blind. There's 2 bulls walking in the desert. I'm saying, Ulysses got it going on.
He does. There it is. We got the On the One caps, On the One polos, T-shirts.
Yeah.
It's going down. So I've been blessed to have D-Train in the studio. We worked some songs coming up on my next album.
Absolute.
And they are amazing. And D-Train brought this ferociousness to the studio. And we cut some fast songs and slow songs. But, man, it's just a dream to work with you, man. You are incredible, D-Train.
Oh,
I wanted to give you your flowers now on this video because this video is going to live forever on YouTube and all these other crazy social media platforms we're at right now. And so, man, I love you, bro, and you are incredible. Thank you, D. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate your musical genius, bro, because all your stuff sounds incredible.
Thank you, man. And also for the people out there, if you go to Facebook, it's D-Train. I had to say it twice because somebody already used D-Train.
Yep.
You know how that is.
It is.
So
I do.
I said, if I say it twice, then maybe they'll understand that as me. So,
that's the truth.
I mean, the official D-Train was taken. I was like, well, who's the official? I'm the one that owns the name. Well, who went to the lawyer first?
It's either the official or the real official or the real D-Train. So D-Train was like, D-Train. That's it.
Yeah, because you know what it is. When you say, a lot of times nowadays when you say D-Train, they go, wait a minute, that D-Train?
Right.
So D-Train twice, now you understand.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Yeah, and on Instagram, it's D-Train the official, man. It's just wonderful to be here with you guys, and I love all my people out there. Pick up the new album. I'm doing a release of it in June of this year, June 13th. I'm having a release party out there in California with Debbie Allen and Norm Nixon in their studios. A private party. Hope you can come through, little baby bro.
I'll be there, man. That'd be so fun, bro.
Yeah, in her dance studio. And
incredible.
It's going to be nice. They're going to have the NBA up in there, the NFL, and everybody else. So, you know, unfortunately, it's an invite only. It's not open to the public.
Yeah.
But after that, you know, the record's going to be out there streaming. I've already pressed up some merch, thanks to you.
Yes.
So if you want to order it online, the album, we'll get it to you, man.
Man, D-Train, thank you for joining us on the one right here. And we love you, man. And everyone, go out and check out D-Train's music. Buy his albums, buy his T-shirts, support him because he is incredible at what he does. D-Train, thank you, bro. I love you, man.
Thank you, Justin. Love you too, baby.
All right, on the one, you guys just heard from a legend right there. D-Train is in the house right here at Justintime Recording Studios. And you've got his Instagram and you've got his Facebook right there. I'm also going to be putting it in the comments so you guys check it all out. And I'm going to get a little music going for us right now with a little Love on Top on Beyoncé by Beyoncé here. And before I start, I'm going to be playing not my alto saxophone. I'm going to be playing this instrument right here. It's called an Aerophone. I was just endorsed by the Roland Company, the Roland Corporation, and we're going to try a little something different. This is also known as an electronic wind instrument, and it's the same fingerings as a alto saxophone. So here we go. Here's a little Beyoncé, Love on Top. All right, that's my Aerophone, my Roland Aerophone AE30 Pro is what they call it. And I've been blessed to rock this thing out on a lot of different YouTube videos I've been doing on my YouTube channel, which is Justin Young Sax. And so I'd love it if you guys could subscribe and let us know in the chats what you guys thought about the D-Train video. I'm going to go out to the chats right now while you guys are out there. And I'm excited that we got a chance to actually have a legend in the building with D-Train. That's incredible. I hope you guys loved him. He's just incredible. And here we go. I perform live every week at Aria Casino in Las Vegas. And I'd love to see you. So we do our Wednesday reset show. I call it our weekly reset right here. And I'd love for you to come out to Vegas and come see me. I do a show. It's a residency every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Aria Lobby Bar. And as soon as you enter the casino, you can hear my music throughout the entire lobby. And what's been surreal about the residency at Aria is that you never know who's going to be walking through the door. We've had celebrities, actors, athletes, chart-topping artists, and people you see on TV all the time. So they're just casually coming in to catch out the vibe and check out some music. So come join me at Aria. My shows are every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on Thursdays, the show's at 8 p.m. On Fridays and Saturdays, right there, you can see it at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. It's amazing venue. You would absolutely love it. So come and see me. Do my show every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in Las Vegas. And it's been amazing. I want to say a big thank you to Rita and Carol. I see you guys out there on the chats right now. Carol says Beyoncé is going to love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yep. See, Carol recognizes the key changes. There was about 4 different key changes at the end there. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. You know what's going on there. I love it. So we're going to move into our next segment, and we do this segment called Vegas Life, because this show is not just about music. It's also about culture. And you know, it's our weekly hang for live music, real talk, and Vegas culture. So everybody thinks Vegas is expensive, and there are a lot of places that are expensive around the world. But I'm here to tell you, Vegas doesn't have to break the bank. I'm going to give you my top 5 things to do in Las Vegas for under $50. And trust me, this list is amazing. All ages can check out this list. You're going to love it. We're going to start with top 5 with number 5. Number 5 being Red Rock Canyon Scenic Drive. You can either take a car through this amazing scenic drive, or you can also hike it, and it is incredible what you can see. If you want to get off the strip and see something really beautiful, Red Rock Canyon is your choice. This is an amazing, for under $50, you can drive through one of the most stunning landscapes in Nevada. There's mountains, there's desert views, it's peaceful, it's cinematic. You can drive half of it. It's like a 13-mile drive. You can also hike a lot of it because it's seriously cinematic. I've been out there 3 times. It's perfect for a reset. You can also bring a date, or you could just clear your mind after like a long night in Las Vegas. And so real quick, 3 quick facts about Red Rock Canyon. It's a one-way loop that takes you through the heart of the canyon, making it super easy to follow without traffic going both directions. The second real quick fact is, I've told you a little bit about the incredible desert landscapes. Those are amazing. But along the drive, you'll pass massive red sandstone cliffs, limestone formations, and it's beautiful Mojave Desert scenery. Some rising up to around 7,000 feet. I didn't know that. That's wild. And there's multiple stops, trailheads, and viewpoints. There's more than 12 different parking areas and trailheads, so you can hike this thing or drive. And sometimes you just gotta, balance the turn up with a little zen, I call it. Gotta have a little zen in there. So that is at number 5, the Red Rock Canyon Scenic Drive or hike. At number 4, here we go at number 4. I hope you guys are ready for this one. I am selecting the Downtown Arts District. This is one of my faves in Las Vegas. If you haven't been there, there's everything from restaurants to bars to amazing murals all over the place. I had no idea. And then when I started researching the Downtown Arts District in Las Vegas, there are seriously movies that's been shot all over the place. One of my favorites is the Hangover movie, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So this is where creatives hang out: vintage shops, art galleries, coffee spots, live music, and the best part is you can spend hours down there and barely touch your wallet. So for those of you that are looking for something fun to do in Las Vegas, it's not exactly on the Strip, there you go. The Downtown Arts District is one that will you'll really love it. And it's got that raw Vegas culture, real people, real art, real vibes. It's one of the places where Vegas gets really interesting. So if you haven't been there yet, please go. You will love it. It's also called 18B. I didn't know this, but it's like basically 18 blocks when it was first established. So a lot of people online call it 18B. I was like, what's this 18B about? I don't know what this is. But it's a creative heartbeat of downtown Vegas with gallery studios and just street art everywhere. And every first Friday of the month, the district transforms into this massive block party with live music, local artists, food trucks, and vendors. It draws over thousands of locals and tourists. And beyond the art part, you'll find some of Vegas' coolest indie bars, I call them, vintage stores and hidden gems, making it a go-to spot for a more authentic, I call it, Vegas experience. So that's number 4, downtown Las Vegas. All right, you guys, number 3 is the Fremont Street Experience. And the reason why I picked this is that you don't have to even touch your wallet when you go here. A lot of the shows are free. The sightseeing is free. You can see a lot of interesting people there. And it's classic Vegas energy, I'll call it. You would love it. So it's got live bands, street performers, DJs, and there's a massive LED canopy overhead lighting up the night. The best part of Fremont is it's all free. Of course, if you want a tattoo, now that's on you. You got to go buy the tattoo. If you want a zip line at the top of the canopy, that's you got to pay for that. But you might walk in with $0 and you can walk out with a story maybe you shouldn't tell. But anyways, you walk out with a story. So 3 quick facts about Fremont Street. It's compared to the Strip, Fremont is known for its cheaper drinks, lower table minimums, and budget-friendly entertainment. So you can actually enjoy a full night out without breaking the bank. Isn't that helpful? And for me, I love entertainment. So there's multiple stages with live bands and DJs every single night. And it's free. So there's no cover charge. Just walk up, enjoy the show. And the entire street is covered by this Viva Vision LED canopy. It's also been featured in music videos. One that comes to mind is like Justin Timberlake's one of his music videos. You can see the LED canopy. It's awesome. So the massive light shows, and it turns the whole experience into this immersive, high-energy party atmosphere. So you'd love it. Got to check it out. That was number 3, Fremont Street. Number 2... we got the Bellagio Conservatory and the fountains. If you've been in Vegas for a while, you know the Bellagio Conservatory is the bomb. And the fountains are equally as cool. They've got some new stuff happening with the fountains. I don't want to give the new stuff away because it's fairly new. So I'll just let you check that out by yourself. But the gardens inside the Bellagio Conservatory, they change every season. And outside those fountains are just incredible. It's still one of the most iconic shows in the world with the fountains. You've got everything from the fountains go to the music. The music goes to various songs. So you might hear a Frank Sinatra song. All the fountains move to the music. Really, really cool. It's a perfect wow moment for a date night. Just bring your or you can bring your family, or just heading out, vibing it solo. It's really cool. And the conservatory is 100% free to enter and features massive rotating seasonal displays. You got a spring one, a summer one, a fall one, a winter one, including a Lunar New Year one. So there's a lot happening there. And the fountains run every 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the time of day. And they cost nothing to watch. So I hope you guys are loving these top 5s, because we still got the top number 1 coming up. But for $50, I said $50 because a lot of these places, of course, charge for parking, but a lot of places in Vegas are not charging for parking recently. So for $50, you can get in and out with a sandwich and their parking and have a great time. So there it is. And we talked a little bit about the Frank Sinatra. The fountains sync up to different songs, and I've heard Andrea Bocelli songs. And no two shows feel exactly the same. So you got to check it out. Really cool. So of this top 5, the number one for under $50 is the live lounge music experience in Las Vegas. Support some artists when you can. And, it's my top 5 countdown. So I hope it's okay. I put, the show at Aria with the Justin Young residency as number 1. Come and enjoy some live music. It's an intimate Vegas venue at Aria. And you don't need $300 a ticket to feel something special. You can come see me every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Grab a drink, sit back, and experience world-class music up close. And that's real Las Vegas. It's soul music, R&B, hip-hop, anything you want. I even do your favorites. So if you got a special request, I even take on special requests. I've taken on probably close to at least 100 different songs for special requests. So you would love it. Come check your boy Justin Young at Aria Casino. So we're going to go into the new part of this a segment of the show called the giveaway shout out. I'm going to show you what you could win, and all you have to do is just comment on wherever you're watching, because I'm looking at the chat right now. Just comment where you're watching us from, what city you're watching us from, and I'm going to pick a winner and send you my new album. You won't get the vinyl version. You won't get this vinyl version. This is on my website, justinyoungsax.com, but you will get the CD version, and this album is incredible. It's my latest album. It's called Justin Groove, with the title track being First. And we got some great songs on here. We got Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk, which is currently being played on 91.5 FM right here in Las Vegas. So thank you everyone at the radio station. And we got Forever Yours, which we're going to feature later in the show, the music video for Forever Yours, and one of my favorites, Glow. And then we got Sarah Smile. I had to do some Hall & Oates for you guys right there, as well as some other original songs called Make a Wish, One Step at a Time, and Sol de Janeiro, which I wrote with keyboardist Tom Schumann of Spyro Gyra. He recently now lives in Spain, so he's performing with Frank Gambale. But thank you so much, Tom, for writing that song with me. You were incredible. So please, I announce a winner every Friday. I'm looking at the chats right now. All you have to do is just send a chat with where you're watching from, like Carol just did. Carol just said, I'm watching from Henderson, Nevada. And so Carol is now in the running for a free album. So get that. Music, culture, legendary artists. You guys get it all right here. So if you guys have stuck around with us now, you are in luck, because when we do the giveaway, it's a special prize for all the listeners. I want to highlight our VIPs. So we're going to bring up the VIP list right now. And I want to say a very special thank you to all the VIPs. You guys are the best. Colleen, thank you so much. Michelle Sellers, Evelyn, thank you. My mom's, of course, Linda Young. Winford Elliott, thank you. Carol, Coco Spencer. Definitely last but not least, Carol Ott Contardi. Thank you so much, Carol. She comes out to Vegas to see me perform. We got Pam Sproul from the Pacific Northwest, and Rita and Dejuna. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited you guys are part of the community. This is our weekly reset. I've had so much fun with you guys. Before we leave, I want to let you guys know to please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. This show streams out to both my YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. So wherever you're watching us from, I got a couple of different Facebook accounts, actually 3 different Facebook accounts it's streaming to. So I'm going to go and check it all out. And let me go out to a different Facebook and see who else is out there on this other Facebook, because I learned that not everyone is on the same Facebook account. That's all good. This is why we have several different ones. So we got Carol, all right, from Dayton, Ohio. So the winner of last week's giveaway was Winford Elliott. And this week's winner is Carol Contardi. Carol, thank you so much for watching us. I really appreciate you. You put your city, name, and state. You are getting a free Justin Groove album coming to you. So there you go, Carol. I also want to say hi, Erica. What's up, Erica? Hope you guys are doing well. And can you guys believe it? This is show number 8. Wow, already. Can't believe that. Show number 8. Unbelievable. I also want to say a big thank you to Ulysses right here. He's my right-hand man, literally on my right-hand side. I couldn't have done it without you, Ulysses. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you every week for helping me. And if you haven't yet done it already, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. That's our show for this Wednesday. We'll see you next Wednesday, and we're going to have another great guest, great music, and more great fun chats and another top 5 coming your way. But before we leave you, I'm going to leave you with this music video from my song Forever Yours, which is on my latest album, Justin Groove. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the music video. See you guys.